Good afternoon and welcome everybody to a first round state tournament matchup as the 5th-seeded Rutgers Prep Argonauts take on the 12th-seeded Wildwood Catholic Crusaders. The Rutgers Prep Argonauts come into this game 12-11 on the season. They're coached by Larry Sandowaso in his 17th year. Bill Janikopoulos at the helm for Wildwood Catholic, who is at 7-12 on the season. Wildwood Catholic competing in the Cape Atlantic League, whereas Rutgers Prep in the Prep B division in the Patriot Conference. And this is their first time eligible for the state tournament. They are in the non-public B South region. And, of course, the winner of that region goes on to play the non-public B North champion. And this Rutgers Prep team is loaded with offense. So let's take a look at some of the numbers here so far. Some of the team leaders, Colby Smith, the catcher, leads the team in RBIs with 33. He also is tied for the lead with home runs with Malcolm Kelsey, the 3-hitter, with 5. Kelsey leads the team in average with a staunch .524 batting average. And Paul Nemmergut, the second baseman, leads the team in stolen bases. Rutgers Prep does have 4 seniors, and they're all captains here, and 3 of them will be going to play at the next level. Spencer Diggins will be going on to play at Lehigh University. Malcolm Kelsey will be playing at St. John's Fisher next year. Colby Smith will take his talents to Elizabethtown, and Paul Nemmergut will go to Marist, and still unsure whether or not he is going to play there. But this is a very, very, very dangerous and powerful and potent Rutgers Prep lineup. Leading the way is the 5-hitter, and that's our game view spotlight. That's Anthony Brocato. Anthony Brocato is a junior center fielder. He's played in 23 games. He's batting .481 with 4 home runs, 31 RBI, 23 extra base hits. That leads the entire state. And he also has 8 stolen bases to go with it. So a lot of times you look at the 1 through 4 hitters and you think you're going to get a little bit of a break, but not so when you have to face Anthony Brocato in that 5-hole. He might be the most dangerous hitter in this entire Rutgers Prep lineup. Let's take a look at the bracket here for the non-public B South region. Rutgers Prep, should they win, the winner of this game will go on to play the 4-seeded Mater Dei High School Tuesday, May 28th. St. Rose has the 1 seed. They'll play the winner of the Roselle Catholic St. Joe's Hamilton game on Tuesday. And Marist gets a bye in the first round. They'll take on the winner of Duane Academy and Wardlaw Heritage. And Gill St. Bernard's will take on Sacred Heart Vineland. And the winner of that game will take on Morristown Friends, who has a bye in the first round. The semifinals will be held Friday, May 31st, and the championship to be determined. And Rutgers Prep looking to make a run here in their first year in the tournament. They were picked by NJ.com to go to the finals, and NJ.com actually picked them to lose to Marist in the finals. Marist is the reigning champion of the non-public South B region, and Rutgers Prep looking to give them all they can handle. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Rutgers Prep Argonauts today. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineup for the visiting Wildwood Catholic Crusaders. Batting first, Tyler Norris. He's the pitcher. Batting second, the center fielder, Sal Zampiri. Batting third, Kevin Laffey. Laffey is 3 hits shy of the single-season hits record. Batting fourth, DHing for Ed McQuaid at first base is Drew Long. Batting fifth is Garrett Moretti, the shortstop. Batting sixth, Chris Mayer, the right fielder. Batting seventh, Harry McNally, the catcher. Batting eighth, Kevin McQuaid, the left fielder. And batting ninth, Jackson Rogers, the second baseman. As Colby Smith fires it down to second base. We're about to get started here at the beautiful Rutgers Prep School. The word of the day is weather. Will it hold up? We don't really know. They were calling for thunder showers all day, but it looks like we're going to get this one in. Around the diamond for Rutgers Prep, Nemmergut plays second base. Colby Smith plays catcher. Malcolm Kelsey at first. Spencer Diggins in left. Anthony Brocato in center. Mike Coiro DHing for Landon Koutros in right field. Danny Shantz playing third base, PJ Strahm on the hill, and Matt Van Romer playing shortstop for the Argonauts. Stepping up to the plate is Tyler Morris. Morris, the best pitcher on this Wildwood Catholic squad, and Strahm will start him out with a ball. The count now 1-0. Norris is 4-2 on the year. Strahm, the 1-0, is high, ball 2. Rather unusual infield. The entire infield is artificial turf as the 2-0 is swung on a miss for a strike. Count now 2-1. The mound is a rubber mound, so not many pitchers are used to pitching off of this surface, but PJ Strahm is. The count now 2-1 to Norris. And that is in for a ball. The count is now 3-1. The 3-1 is wide, ball 4. So Tyler Norris will start off with a walk, and we'll have their first runner aboard here with no outs in the top of the first. Norris, rather speedy. Colby Smith, a great defensive catcher. Really quick to second base. He's about a 2-0 regularly. Loves throwing runners out. One of the most energetic people, passionate catchers you'll ever see. Strahm looks at Norris. And the first pitch to Zampiri is fouled down the third baseline. Zampiri attempted to bunt on the freshman Danny Shantz over there at third base. So it'll be 0-1. Strahm takes a look at Norris, and he'll step off, and we'll do it again. Strahm 3-4 on the season. One of the top 2 pitchers for the Argonauts, him and Malcolm Kelsey. And the 0-1 is fouled off the top of the screen. Counts now 0-2. So Strahm got behind the leadoff hitter, and now he gets way ahead of the 2-hitter Sal Zampiri, the center fielder for Wildwood Catholic. Count now 0-2. Nobody out. Tyler Norris takes his lead off first base. And this one is in for a strike called strike 3. So there will be 1 out here in the top of the first. Strahm 3-4 with a 4.17 ERA. He's got 7 games started, 2 complete games, 42 innings pitched. 1 out. That'll bring up the 3-hitter, Kevin Laffey. Laffey, as we said before the game started, just 3 hits shy of the single-season hits record for Wildwood Catholic. Laffey is not a small player. He's one of the bigger players on the field. Is that what he imagined he is for every game that he plays in? No runs, no hits here in the first. The first pitch to Laffey is down low for a ball. Count now 1-0. Now Norris can run. Be interesting to see if they test out Colby Smith here. Has a great arm from behind the plate. Strahm takes a look, and he'll fire over to first. Not his best move, but that'll get Norris dirty. Count now 1-0. The third baseman for the Crusaders at the dish. Strahm deals, and the runner goes. The throw from Smith is in time. They got him for the second out of the inning. Great throw by Colby Smith. Great exchange. Very, very quick release on that. And he will retire the leadoff hitter for Wildwood Catholic. Now 2 outs. In the top of the first, count 2-0 to Kevin Laffey. And the 2-0 is high, ball 3. Count is now 3-0. Be interesting to see if they give Kevin Laffey the green light here at 3-0. It's not the biggest ballpark that you'll find, so if Kevin Laffey gets a hold of one, you should expect it to keep going. And the 3-0, and this one is crushed. Left center field, back at the track. This no shot. This one is gone. Wildwood Catholic takes the 1-0 lead here in the top of the first, as Kevin Laffey is now 2 hits shy of the single-season hits record for Wildwood Catholic. Wasn't sure if he was going to swing 3-0 there, but they let him hack, and this one landed about 100 feet beyond the left field fence. Two outs here in the top of the first. Strahm will go from the stretch with nobody on base. He faces Drew Long, the designated hitter. Strahm comes set and deals. This one swung on a miss, strike one. And the 0-1 up high, ball one. Now, this field is rather conducive to home run hitting. No team is really ever out of a game because of the way the ball flies out of here. And the 1-1 is swung on a miss, count now 1-2. Good job to bounce back by Strahm after giving up the home run to Laffey. Count 1-2, 2 outs here in the top of the first. This one is outside for a ball. Looks like Strahm slipped a little bit on his way down. Count now 2-2, 2 outs on the top of the first. Strahm deals this one low for a ball. Count will be full. Drew Long, like Laffey, has decent power to all fields. And the 3-2 from Strahm. This one is fouled back, so we'll do it again. And the 3-2. This one skied out to center field. Back on it is Nemergut, and Anthony Brocato, the center fielder, will put it away for Rutgers Prep. So, Wildwood Catholic able to put one on the board. They lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the first. And Paul Nemergut will step to the plate and lead things off here for the Argonauts. Nemergut batting .432 on the year. He has 32 hits, 11 RBI, 7 doubles, a triple, and a sac fly. I'm going to give you some crazy stats here for the Rutgers Prep Argonauts hitting attack, and I promise you I'm not lying. First pitch to Nemergut. A bunt attempt. This one popped up. It'll be a foul ball. Wildwood Catholic scored in the top of the first off a home run from Kevin Laffey. Traveled all the way to Middletown. Nemergut, one of 4 seniors, one of 4 captains on this Rutgers Prep team. And the 0-1. This one is inside for a ball. It'll be 1-1. Norris gets the sign and delivers. This one low, ball 2, 2-1 in the count. Nemergut doing a great job setting the table, getting on base for this Argonauts team. As a 2-1 is fouled back, it'll be 2-2. Norris 4-2 on the year for Wildwood Catholic. He is the team's ace. And the 2-2 to Nemergut is low. It'll be ball 3. Count full now, bottom of the first inning. Rutgers Prep trailing Wildwood Catholic 1-0. This one grounded back to the pitcher. Norris snags it and over onto Ed McQuaid for the first out of the inning. So good job by Norris, retiring the leadoff batter. So it'll be 1 out here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Colby Smith. Smith leads the team in multiple offensive categories. He has 5 home runs. That's good for a tie for the lead with Malcolm Kelsey. He is also batting, I have it here, .406 on the year. As the first pitch to Smith is down low for a ball. had the privilege of coaching against Colby Smith for his 4-year career here at Rutgers Prep, and one of the more fun players to watch. He's really into it, as his dad says. Really loves the game. Very vocal. And the 1-0. Low for a ball 2. Smith also leads the team in RBI with 33. Anthony Brocado is second with 31. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Count now 2-1. Smith looking for something to drive. Can go to either field. Great hands behind the plate and at the plate. Count now 3-1. Decent power to left field and right field. And the 3-1 is outside for a ball. That'll be ball 4. And Smith will reach base with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Malcolm Kelsey. Kelsey batting .524 on the year. He has 28 runs scored, 44 hits, 25 RBI, 13 doubles, and 5 home runs. Like Smith, Kelsey has great power to all fields. Also very patient. First pitch is down for a ball. Count 1-0. Looks like the catcher thought the umpire was squeezing him a little bit on that one. Norris takes a look at Colby Smith running for himself, and this one is in for a strike. Count now 1-1. Not often do you see catchers run for themselves, but Colby Smith is a good enough athlete to do so. He's also a great base runner. Don't have to be the fastest guy on the field to be a great base runner. The 1-0 to Kelsey is down low for a ball. Count now 2-1. And this one is low as well. The count now 3-1. So a hitter's count for Malcolm Kelsey. Could be looking to take one over this short porch. And this will be outside for a ball. So Kelsey will walk. Smith on to second base. One out here for the Lehigh-bound cleanup hitter Spencer Diggins. Spencer Diggins batting .481 on the year. In 90 plate appearances, he has 28 runs scored, 37 hits, 27 runs batted in, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and a sac fly. The first pitch to Diggins. This one is smoked to right center field. Back on it is Zampiri, and he collides with the right fielder Chris Mayer, and they will get it in as Spencer Diggins slides into second base safely for a double. Colby Smith will score as Rutgers Prep knots it at 1. So 1 out, runners in second and third for Anthony Brocado, the subject of our Game View Spotlight. Leads the state in extra base hits with 23, 31 RBIs on the season, 37 hits, 16 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs. And the first pitch to the 5-hitter is low, ball 1. Diggins at second, Malcolm Kelsey at third. 2 runners in scoring position for Brocado. And the 1-0. This one grounded up the middle, and it is through for a base hit. In to score is Kelsey. They're going to hold Diggins up at third base, so it'll be runners at first and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Rutgers Prep takes the lead now 2-1. Look for Brocado to take off towards second base here, first and third situation. He also has 8 stolen bases on the year. Very, very fast. He's a 5-tool player. Can throw, hit for average, hit for power. Great speed, and great glove. Up now is the DH Michael Coiro, the 6-hitter for the Rutgers Prep Argonauts. And we'll check on Brocato at first base. Nothing doing there. Coiro batting .333 on the year. He's got 23 hits, 17 RBI, and 4 doubles. Brocato takes a sizable lead off of first base, and this is in for a strike. Count 0-1. Coiro, one of the few players on the Rutgers Prep team that does not have a round tripper on the season. And Brocato fakes like he's going off towards second base, and Norris steps off. Count 0-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners at first and third for Rutgers Prep. Argonauts lead 2-1. And Brocato off towards second base. McNally will just eat it, so that'll be a catcher's indifference, and Brocato will get into scoring position. Runners at second and third now for Coiro. I believe that was a ball. Count now 1-1. The 1-1 to the DH is outside and low for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Rutgers Prep doing a great job working themselves into hitters' counts. Getting great pitches to hit here. And the 2-1 from Norris is high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. And the 3-1 is low for a ball. That'll be ball 4, and that will load the bases here in the bottom of the first inning for Rutgers Prep. And that will bring Danny Shantz up to the plate, the third baseman, the freshman third baseman. With an opportunity to drive some more runs in. 1 out here. Double play opportunity for Wildwood Catholic. They can escape this, only giving up 2 runs. Be a bit of a success given the jam that Norris finds himself in. And the first pitch to Shantz is in there for a strike, strike 1. Norris has a very good curveball. Look for him to try to start using that in the beginning of counts, start to work backwards a little bit. As you know, this Rutgers Prep team can crush fastballs. And the 0-1 is another breaking ball, but this is down for a ball. Count now 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count to Danny Shantz. Shantz batting .278 on the year. He's got 9 runs scored, 8 RBIs, 10 total hits. And the 2-1 is up high for a ball. Count now 3-1. Norris struggling to find the strike zone here. Very, very dangerous when you start doing that with a team as powerful as Rutgers Prep. And the 3-1 is in for a strike. Count now 3-2. And the 3-2, this one grounded to the shortstop. Moretti up with it. He's going to go to first and get the out there. So it'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. A run will score. So Rutgers Prep pads their lead to 3-1. Good play there by Moretti to get the out at first. So 2 outs now. Runners at second and third. Nobody occupying first base as the pitcher, PJ Strahm, steps to the dish. And the first pitch from Norris is fouled up top. That'll be strike 1. Rain is holding off so far, thankfully. See what happens as the game goes along. And the 0-1 to Strahm is up high for a ball. Almost hit him in the head. Count now 1-1. Strahm has a home run on the year. A couple of doubles. A couple of triples, I'm sorry. 3 doubles. This one in for a strike. Count now 1-2. Norris gets a sign. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And the 1-2 is up high for a ball to be 2-2. Rutgers Prep hitters like to battle, too. They get behind. They almost always even the count up or foul off a bunch of pitches to make the pitcher really earn it. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Great pitch there by Norris. Scooped up by McNally, and he will tag PJ Strahm for the final out of the inning. We go to the top of the second. Rutgers Prep leading 3-1. Coming up to bat for the Crusaders, be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Garrett Moretti, the shortstop. Chris Mayer, the right fielder. And Harry McNally, the catcher. Will face PJ Strahm, who let up a solo home run to Kevin Laffey in the first. Then was able to get Drew Long on a pop-up. First pitch to Moretti is in for a strike as he fouls this one back. Count now 0-1. Moretti, a great fielding shortstop, also has some pop with the bat. This one down low for a ball, 1-1. Yet to see either pitcher really take command of the strike zone. Strahm deals the 1-1. This one in for a strike, 1-2. There we go. Strahm looking to finish off Moretti here. The 1-2. This one grounded to first base. This one will be snagged by Malcolm Kelsey, the sure-handed first baseman. He'll spin it around the horn for the first out of the inning for the Argonauts. Malcolm Kelsey, an underrated defensive first baseman. Really has great hands, great footwork over there at the bag. He's also pretty tall, so he can bail out your infielders. Should a throw go awry. Good job by PJ Strahm getting the first out of the inning against the Italian stallion Garrett Moretti. Chris Mayer at the dish now for Wildwood Catholic. First pitch in for a ball. 1 out here in the top of the second. And the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there by Strahm. Count now 1-1 to the right fielder. Chris Mayer had a tough play in right center field off a Spencer Diggins double in the first inning. This one outside for a ball. Count now 2-1. When you haven't played on this field before, and Wildwood Catholic is playing on this field for the first time today, they got here about 3 or 4 hours before game time to get used to the conditions here, as this one's in for a ball. But it is tough. It is tough to get used to it in that amount of time. Rutgers Prep, obviously, they practice every day on it. And they're accustomed to the moon shots that they hit out of this field, playing the fence and whatnot. The 3-1 is low for a ball. It'll be ball 4. Good job by Mayer getting on base here for the Crusaders. Harry McNally will step to the dish, the hard-hitting catcher for the Crusaders. McNally again is working behind the plate, blocking all of those Tyler Norris breaking balls. 1 out here in the frame. Strahm takes a look at Mayer and delivers this one low for a ball. And Colby Smith will go talk to his pitcher. Love to see what Colby Smith says to his pitcher on some of these mound visits. I'm sure it's very, very entertaining. You see him before the game. He's rapping along with his teammates, having a great time, loving life. Very vocal behind the plate. Always makes best friends with the umpire. Really cool thing to see. He's had a great career here at Rutgers Prep, which he'll continue on down at Elizabethtown in central Pennsylvania. Strahm looks over to first and delivers the 1-0. This one down for a ball. It'll be 2-0. With this infield, double play balls are easy to come by because the infield is rather quick. As we said, it's an artificial turf surface. And this one is grounded towards second base. Nemmergut to Van Romer to Kelsey, and that'll be 2, almost on cue. So an inning-ending double play for Rutgers Prep as they lead 3-1 going into the bottom of the second. Leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning is Matt Van Romer, the junior shortstop for the Argonauts. Van Romer batting .472 on the season. Not bad for a 9-hitter. He's got 8 RBI, 17 hits, 3 doubles. This one in for a ball. It'll be 1-0. Norris gets the sign from McNally. Kicks and delivers. This one is in for a strike. Count now 1-1. Swung on a missed. Strike 2. Count now 1-2 to the 9-hitter, Van Romer. I'll take this time to say thank you to Keith Bensland, who helped us put up our RoboCam in right field, which is where you're seeing this action. Also to Dr. Loy for being so accommodating. And the 1-2 is fouled back, so we'll do it again. Mary Klinger, the athletic director, mother of Mike Klinger, who was the Star Ledger Prep Player of the Year last year. I believe he played shortstop, also pitched a little. Great lefty hitter. Went on to make all rookie team honors this year for Drew. An outstanding year in both basketball and baseball. As the 1-2 is down low for a ball. Count now 2-2. Saw him the other day at a Rutgers Prep game. He came back just to check out what was going on. Also, thanks to Coach Sanawaso for being accommodating as well. As the 2-2 is popped up to the first baseman. That's Ed McQuaid, just beyond the infield dirt, and he'll put this away for the first out of the inning. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Rain holding off so far, but it does look pretty ominous off to right center field. As the leadoff hitter, Paul Nemmergut, steps to the plate. He grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Speaking of Dr. Loy, I watched a speech that he made at a holiday concert and was immediately thrust into tears after listening to it. I had to look up what some of the sayings he said meant, but I think I got the gist of it. Talking about only needing a parachute to skydive twice. Ball 1 to Nemmergut. And the 1-0 is, you're going to see if he went or not. Appeal to the first base umpire. They're going to say he did not go, so it'll be ball 2. 2-0 is the count. A good friend of mine that attended Rutgers Prep during his high school days said that Dr. Loy used to get him fired up for algebra class. That does not seem implausible. Norris, the 2-0. This one in for a ball. 3-0. Norris getting behind a lot of hitters here. He needs to find a way to fill the strike zone up early in the count if he's going to have some success here. And the 3-0 is in for a strike, so it'll be 3-1 now to the leadoff hitter. Nemmergut sees a ton of pitches per at-bat. Great leadoff hitter. Great quality in a leadoff hitter. As Norris deals the 3-1. This one grounded to Moretti at shortstop. He's up with it, and he'll make the throw over to first. Good play by Moretti for the second out of the inning. And it looks like they are going to get everybody off the field because I did hear some thunder, so we should be back within 30 to 50 minutes as Rutgers Prep leads 3-1 in the bottom of the second inning here at Rutgers Prep in the non-public B South bracket of the NJSIAA State Tournament. We'll be at Colby Smith will be hitting when we come back from this rain delay. Stay tuned. All right, we are back after a 50-minute thunder delay. Colby Smith will start it off for the Argonauts here in the bottom of the second inning. There are 2 outs as Matt Van Romer and Paul Nemmergut were retired to start the inning off. And then we had a couple delays and some burritos. So Colby Smith will head to the plate after walking his first time up. Tyler Norris will remain on the hill for the Crusaders. And he looks to almost start fresh here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Colby Smith, as we said in the beginning of the broadcast, leads the team, tied for the lead on the team in home runs with 5. He's tied with Malcolm Kelsey. He is the sole owner of the team lead in RBIs. He has 33. Along with being a brick wall behind the plate. Fantastic leader. So he'll face Norris for his second time today as we are back underway. Rain has subsided. Still some misty drops here, but no thunder, no lightning as of yet. And the first pitch to Smith is taken for a strike. Count now 0-1. Good job by Norris to get ahead. Sometimes you see in these situations pitchers a little bit hard time adjusting with the long layoff. And 0-1. This one is crushed. Deep left center field. Goodbye. Whoa, baby. Not a chance for the left fielder, Kevin McQuaid, as he just watches his sail over the fence. A nice little bat flip there from Colby Smith. So now he is the sole leader on the team in home runs with 6 on the year. And the Rutgers Prep Argonauts go up 4-1. That ball was smoked. And Malcolm Kelsey, who has 5 home runs on the year, steps to the plate. He is over 0 with a walk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Norris deals. This is inside for a ball, ball 1. Not the return Norris was hoping for from the long delay. The 1-0 is grounded to the third baseman. And Laffey is up with it, and he'll throw over to first, scooped up by McQuaid. That'll be the third out of the inning, but Rutgers Prep adds another. It's 4-1, heading to the top of the third. And we are back here at the top of the third inning here at the Rutgers Prep School in first round action of the non-public Group B South region of the NJSIAA State Tournament. Rutgers, the 5 seed, leading Wildwood Catholic High School, the 12 seed, 4-1. Just saw the lead padded by a solo home run by Colby Smith, fresh off a 50-minute rain delay. Strahm will face Kevin McQuaid, Jackson Rogers, and Tyler Norris. And this one, the bat loses control of the bat, and this one will be caught by Van Romer. So it'll be 1 out. Rather bizarre play. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Jackson Rogers steps to the plate. Rogers, the second baseman for the Crusaders. And the first pitch to Rogers is low for a ball. Count now 1-0. Strahm settling in now. This one swung on a missed. Count now 1-1. The winner of this game will go on to play Modern Day Prep next Tuesday at Modern Day Prep. Beautiful field up there. This one low for a ball. Count 2-1. And the 2-1 is low for a ball, ball 3. So Jackson Rogers working the count in his favor. Looking for a pitch to hit and drive somewhere. Strahm, the 3-1. And this is in for a strike. 3-2 is the count now with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Outfield at normal depth. And the 3-2 is grounded to Shantz at third base. Does a nice job cutting it off and fires over to first for the second out of the inning. 2 dead here in the top of the third, as the Crusaders will turn their lineup over. Tyler Norris, who reached via the base on balls his first time up. Strahm will dig in, doing a great job here in the third frame. Strahm goes back and forth between the windup and the stretch. It's like whatever he feels is right at the moment. This one's in for a strike. Count 0-1. Strahm going from the stretch now. Getting a decent leg drive off that back leg. The 0-1 is popped up high in the air. Back on it goes Nemmergut, and he will put it away for the third out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning by PJ Strahm, a great inning by the pitcher for Rutgers Prep, and the Argonauts lead 4-1 heading into the top of the third inning. Off here for the Argonauts is the cleanup hitter, Spencer Diggins. Diggins plastered a double into right center field his first time up. Diggins is a bit of a free swinger, likes to swing early in the count, and can really, really swing it. Going to Lehigh next year. Can play some third, can play some corner outfield. Really a great bat. So Diggins stands in 1-for-1. And the first pitch from Norris is down low for a ball. Diggins a rather imposing figure at the plate. Norris the 1-0. This one is almost swung on, but they're going to call it a strike anyway. Looks like Diggins likes what he sees. The 1-1 from Norris. This is down low for a ball. It'll be 2-1. Diggins tied for second on the team in batting average at .481, tied with Anthony Brocato. As the 2-1 is down low for a ball, it'll be 3-1. Malcolm Kelsey is batting a ridiculous .524. Diggins, great power to all fields. The 3-1 from Norris. And this one is grounded up the middle, and he will beat it out at first. Great hustle there by Diggins, showing another aspect of his arsenal. Some great speed, so that'll be an infield single for Spencer Diggins. So a runner on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Spencer slides in safely. Up at the plate, Anthony Brocato, who singled his first time up, and an RBI. Drove in Colby Smith. Norris gets a sign, checks Diggins, kicks and delivers. Diggins is going, but this one is belted into center field, and this one is gone. Anthony Brocato, dead center field. A fantastic swing by the 5-hitter, and that's his 5th home run on the year. It is the 2nd home run on the game for Rutgers Prep, our 3rd that we've seen today, and Rutgers Prep takes a 6-1 lead over Wildwood Catholic. First pitch swing, and Anthony Brocato keeping his hands back nicely, hitting the ball where it's pitched. And Matt, did he smoke this one? Right over Sal Zampiri's head into the woods. This one cut on and missed by Michael Coiro, the DH. It'll be 0-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Rutgers Prep leads 6-1 in the first round action of the non-public B South bracket of the NJSI AA playoffs. And Norris, the 0-1. This one is grounded to third base. Laffey to his left. Can't come up with it. And Coiro is going to go to second base. He will slide in. Or, I'm sorry, he will stand up. And he will get into third safely after a couple errant throws by the Crusaders. Good job by Coiro taking the extra bag. So it'll be runner on third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Coiro, very, very aggressive. Not the best wheels on the team, but very aware on the base path, getting over to third. Now, third base, no outs. There's a lot that can be done here with Danny Shantz at the plate. And the freshman takes the first pitch high, ball 1. Danny Shantz, but a nice play over at third base earlier today. And Norris fires a 1-0. A little behind on it is Shantz. It'll be 1-1 as he fouls this one back. And this one is low for a ball. The count now 2-1. Shantz, the freshman, batting .278 on the team, on the year. He's got 10 hits, 8 runs batted in. He's got a runner in scoring position here, and he fouls this one back. Count is evened up at 2-2. Norris gets his sign in the windup and delivers. Ball low. It's now 3-2. Infield playing up. Looking to get Coiro at home. Good job working the count full by the youngster as Norris deals a 3-2, and this one is low for a ball. Great job there by Shantz. Be runners on first and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up PJ Strahm. Strahm batting .279 on the year. He has 12 hits, 9 runs batted in, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. We're going to help himself out here. First and third. See if Chance takes off with a 6-1 lead. Now just take a sizable secondary lead as the first pitch comes in high for a ball. Count now 1-0. Strahm struck out swinging on a nasty breaking ball his first time up. Looking to redeem himself here. Norris, the 1-0, is in for a strike. The count now 1-1. Outfield playing a little bit more in, looking to get Coiro at the plate if it's a sac fly situation. And Norris will step off and force Chance back to first. And this one is low for a ball. The count now 2-1 to the 8th hitter. And the 2-1. Swung on and popped up down the first baseline. And this one will be out of play right by our camera, as Mayer will throw this into McQuaid. Don't forget a couple of upcoming events on Rutgers Prep's campus. The Sports Awards dinner will be next Tuesday. The Senior Explorations Fair will be next Wednesday, June 5th. It's the JK End of the Year show. And on June 9th, it will be the graduation ceremony. That's Sunday at 5 p.m. Count even at 2-2. There are still no outs here in the bottom of the third inning, with Rutgers Prep leading 6-1. Big lead by Chance. And this one is driven into right center field. And it will go off the wall. Good effort there by Chris Mayer. It'll go off the base of the wall, and PJ Strahm, a beautiful hit, but he will be held to a single, as it looked like Mayer had a beat on it. And Danny Chance didn't take a chance. He went halfway and held Strahm to a very, very long single. So it'll be bases loaded here with nobody out. So Tyler Norris in a bit of a jam again here in the bottom of the third inning. And this brings up Matt Van Romer, who popped up to the first baseman his first time up. Van Romer, the shortstop, sure-handed, great arm. And McQuaid not holding shots. Strahm on at first. And this one is high for a ball. Home plate umpire not giving the pitcher that high strike. Count now 1-0 to Van Romer, the 9-hole hitter for the Argonauts. And the 1-0 is up high for another ball. It's now 2-0. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. We've had a couple home runs here on the Rutgers Prep side. One by Anthony Brocato to deep center field. One by Colby Smith, which was crushed to straightaway left field. And this one has popped up off the top of the screen, so it'll be 2-1. Rutgers Prep competes in Prep B. They lost in the semifinals this year after winning back-to-back Prep B championships in 2011 and 2012. Newark Academy took home the crown this year. Tyler Norris shoves one in for a strike. Count now 2-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Newark Academy, a great team. They're 18-8 right now on the season. They are the 1 seed in the non-public B North bracket. As the 2-2 is popped in the air. Back on it is Jackson Rogers. And he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. And that is a good job by Norris, keeping that in the infield. So limiting the damage there. There's one out. They can get a double play ball and get out of the inning here. As Paul Nemergut steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far with 2 groundouts. One out, bases loaded. And the 1-0. And this one is grounded to the shortstop, Moretti. Moretti can't come up with it, and he bobbles it, or it goes all the way into the outfield. So that'll be an RBI single there by Paul Nemmergut into center field. A good effort there by Chris Moretti, but a run will score, so there will be runners on first and third here. Another run comes in for Rutgers Prep. It'll be 7-1 with one out here in the bottom of the third inning, and that brings up Colby Smith, who his last time up put one into a different stratosphere and had a bat flip to help him out. First pitch to Smith. He fakes a bunt, and that'll be down low for a ball. Count now 1-0. Smith in the lead alone for the team in home runs with 6 on the year. And Nemmergut goes towards second base as Smith fakes the bunt, and the ball just goes back to the pitcher. So Nemmergut will take second base easily. I believe the pitch was a ball, so it'll be 2-0 here to Colby Smith. And the 2-0 from Norris. This one is in for a strike. It'll be 2-1. Colby Smith doesn't agree. Smith 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI, a solo home run in the second inning after that long rain delay. Count now 2-1 to the catcher. And this one is grounded foul. Coach Sanawaso trying to come up with it. Not as agile as he used to be. So it'll be 2-2 now. Opportunity to drive in 2 here for Colby Smith, one of the 4 senior captains on this Argonauts team. Norris gets the sign and delivers. This one grounded to the shortstop, Chris Moretti. Moretti up with it over to first, and good scoop there by McQuaid. So that'll be another run for Rutgers Prep, another RBI for Colby Smith. That's 35 on the year. There'll be another out for the Crusaders. So it's now 8-1 in favor of Rutgers Prep. Malcolm Kelsey will now head to the plate. The runner on third. Kelsey looking to add to this lead. First pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch by Norris. Good breaking ball. If he can get that over for a strike early in the count, that's probably the way to go here. He's been trying to do it all game, but hasn't had much success. And the 0-1 to Kelsey. This one is fouled back. It'll be 0-2. Kelsey, a great 2-strike hitter. You don't get to bat .524 on the year if you don't have incredible plate discipline, and that's exactly what he does. Goes the other way. As good as anybody on this team. Really stays back on the ball and lets it travel. Hits the ball where it's pitched. Just a great-looking swing. This one is inside for a ball. It's now 1-2. And Rutgers Prep is getting hot at the right time. We have a graphic to accompany that statistic. As the 1-2 to Kelsey. This one is ripped up the middle. This almost takes off Norris's leg. Up into center field. Zampiri up with it, and he'll get it in and hold Kelsey to a single, but not after another run scored for Rutgers Prep. A solid hit up the middle by Malcolm Kelsey with 2 strikes. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and Rutgers Prep leads 9-1. As I said, Rutgers Prep is very hot right now, seemingly at the right time. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, one against South Brunswick, who's a highly regarded team, Morristown Beard, who's a 2 seed in the state tournament. Good win against Pennington, 7-6. That loss that we mentioned before against Nork Academy, and a great win against Wildwood Catholic, 18-0. So if there is any time to get hot, this is the perfect time. Rutgers Prep competing in their first year of the NJSI AA tournament. The lacrosse team is doing the same. They're the 1 seed playing over on the lacrosse field as Kelsey takes off towards second base, and he is in safely. Good jump there by Kelsey. The pitch was low, I believe, for a ball. Count now 1-0. 9-1 is the score here at Rutgers Prep. Spencer Diggins at the plate. Diggins is 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double to right center field as Norris attempts to pick off Kelsey to no avail at second base. If executed properly, that second base pickoff move can be lethal. And the 1-0 to Diggins. So on grounded foul, it'll be 1-1. Rain has subsided here. Really lucked out. The forecast was calling for thunderstorms all day, a 70% chance of thunderstorms at 5 o'clock. And we really only got one bit of a scare. We had a 50-minute delay, and now we're back on the field playing baseball. 1-1 is high, 2-1 to Spencer Diggins. Coach Santawasso doing a great job keeping us posted and up to date on the status of the game. Really wanted to get this one in, and it looks like they're going to. And this one is ripped up the middle by Spencer Diggins. Around third is Kelsey, and they're going to hold him there. Another nice hit by Spencer Diggins. He's now 3 for 3 on the day. And the score remains 9-1 in favor of Rutgers Prep. But this brings up Anthony Brocato, who is swinging the bat very, very well. His first time up, ripped a single up the middle. Second time up, ripped a home run to deep center field. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Rutgers Prep doing most of their damage here in this inning. They've already scored 3 runs. And Coach Giannakopoulos talking to Norris on the mound. Looks like he's going to stick with Norris throughout this whole game. This will be a great learning experience for him. Coach Giannakopoulos brought his team down about 3 or 4 hours before the game started to get used to the field and get used to the conditions. About a 2.5-hour drive. Game was moved from Friday to Thursday to avoid that Wildwood Memorial Day traffic, which, if you're a frequent Southern Jersey shore goer, you know how brutal that can be. So 2 outs here. Spencer Diggins on first, Malcolm Kelsey on third, Anthony Brocato at the plate. And this one is high past McNally, and Diggins will jaunt in safely. So runners at second and third. Count now 1-0 to the dangerous Anthony Brocato. Take a look at some of his stats on the year. Leading the state in extra base hits. He's got 8 stolen bases, 481 average, and 5 home runs, as he added 1 today. And this one is outside for a ball. Count now 2-0. Another favorable count for Brocato. Brocato garnering some serious interest from Division I programs. You can guarantee this kid will play in college. And the 2-0 is in for a strike. The count now 2-1. Looks like these Rutgers Prep hitters are really locked in. They track the ball extremely well. So nothing that Norris is throwing them is really fooling them. The 2-1. And this one is crushed. Get out of town. That's all the way by the lacrosse goal. That's a legitimate shot. Anthony Brocato, a 3-run home run, puts Rutgers Prep up 12-1. That was a bomb. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Rutgers Prep with an 11-run lead. Anthony Brocato seeing the ball about as well as he possibly can. And that is his 6th home run on the year. He's now tied with Colby Smith for the team lead in home runs. And what a shot that was. And he knew it too. My goodness. It's a fun player to watch. That's for sure. 2 outs here. That'll bring up Michael Coiro. Coiro is 2 for 2 on the day. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. He has a run scored. And the pitch from Norris is fouled back. Count now 0-1. And the 0-1 to Coiro is swung on and missed. A little behind that one. It's 0-2. One thing about Norris is when he gives up a home run, he usually comes right after the next hitter. Gotta love his toughness. And Norris deals the 0-2. This one is smoked between the hole, third and short. So this will be a base hit by the DH, Michael Coiro. So another runner reaches base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning for Rutgers Prep. Score 12-1. That'll bring up Danny Shantz. Coiro, great job keeping it going here with 2 outs. Nobody wants to be the rally killer. As Norris looks over, gets his sign from McNally, and deals. And this one is popped up foul. It'll be 0-1 to the freshman Danny Shantz. Chance walked and scored his last time up. Scorecard getting a little wacky here with all the runs Rutgers Prep has put up in this inning. Clairo takes a sizable lead. This one is down low for a ball. Count evens up at 1-1. Clairo takes his lead. Norris gives him a glance and delivers, and this one is hit well into left center field, and this one will be caught in the air by Kevin McQuaid. Good job going back on it. So that'll be the third out of the inning, but not before Rutgers Prep puts 6 runs on the board. They lead Wildwood Catholic High School 12-1, entering the top of the 4th inning. Let's take a look at some of the summer camps here that will be going on at Rutgers Prep. Some of the multi-week camps. The mini camp will be Monday through Friday, June 10th through July 26th. That's for ages 3 to 6. The Sunny Days camp, Monday through Friday, June 10th to 14th. And June 17th through the 21st, that'll be for ages 7 to 10. The ever-popular Summer Blast, Monday through Friday, June 24th through August 2. That'll be for ages 7 to 13. And the Rutgers Prep School Sunshine Clubhouse, July 29th through August 2nd, August 5th through August 9th, and August 12th through August 16th. That'll be ages 3 to 6. Strahm will face Sal Zampiri to lead it off here for the Crusaders, and he'll start him off with a strike as he pops this one off the top of the screen. Zampiri, somewhat of a softball-esque swing as he likes to take a step towards first base before completing his swing. Strahm slowly from the stretch now. This one has popped up again as it's slapped at by Zampiri. The count will be 0-2 now. Not much room in the outfield for Zampiri to really show his skills, but he does have excellent range out there. And the 0-2 is outside for a ball. Count now 1-2. Good pitch by Strahm. A little bit off the mark. Good eye by Zampiri. And the 1-2 is up high for a ball. That'll even it up at 2-2. Strahm really settling in after giving up that home run to Kevin Laffey in the first. He'll face him next this inning. And the 2-2 is popped up foul. So we'll do it again. Strahm doing a great job throwing strikes. Got behind 3-0 to Kevin Laffey, and Laffey had a green light, and he put one into Neptune. And this one is grounded to Danny Shantz. Up with it, over to first. And a good stretch by Malcolm Kelsey for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Kevin Laffey, just 2 hits shy of the single-season hits record for Wildwood Catholic. And it looks like this will be his only game to be able to accomplish that feat. He put one over the left field fence in his first at-bat after a 3-0 count. Strahm from the stretch deals, and it hits Laffey square in the back. Not sure if he just didn't feel like facing him or not, but Laffey will reach base, and unfortunately that will not count towards his hit total. So he will be on first, as Strahm will now face Drew Long, the designated hitter. Long flew out to right field his last time up. Laffey not exactly a threat on first base to run. And the first pitch by Strahm is outside for a ball. Looked good. Count now 1-0. Strahm deals. This one grounded back to Strahm. He's going to go to second base. They're going to get the first out there, and Nemmergut is just going to eat it there at second base. So they'll get the second out of the inning as they cut down Kevin Laffey at second base. And Drew Long will now be at first with Garrett Moretti, the shortstop, heading to the plate. Moretti grounded out to Malcolm Kelsey his first time up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Rutgers Prep on the verge of advancing to the next round here in the non-public B South bracket, their first year in the tournament. Strahm from the stretch delivers, and this one is outside for a ball. Count 1-0. However much you think the umpire is squeezing, he is doing it both ways. And this one is low for a ball. Count now 2-0. Strahm deals this one foul back. Count now 2-1. Good cut there by Moretti. Garrett Moretti, the shortstop. A couple nice plays in the field today. Great arm, good hands. And Drew Long will take a lead off of first as Moretti swings through this one. Count now 2-2. Long takes his lead off of first. Strahm gives him a look and deals the 2-2. This one outside. It's now full at 3-2. So Long will be moving here. 12-1 is the score. Strahm deals and swung on and missed. He got him swinging. That's the third out of the inning. So Rutgers Prep heads to the bottom of the fourth, leading 12-1 in this first round of the state tournament. It is the bottom of the fourth here at Rutgers Prep. Tyler Norris still on the hill for Wildwood Catholic. And Coach Santawasso will send number 11, Alex Wegner, the freshman, up to the plate for Rutgers Prep. Wegner has 15 at-bats on the year, 1 hit, couple RBI. Wegner looking to help pad this sizable Rutgers Prep lead as the Argonauts lead 12-1 here. If they can keep the Wildwood Catholic hitters at bay in the next inning, they will take this one home. First pitch to Wegner is a ball high. The count now 1-0. Tyler Norris back into the windup and deals. Is a good pitch in for a strike. The count now 1-1. And the 1-1 is fouled back by Wegner. Count now 1-2. Norris gets a sign. And he delivers to the freshman. This one is popped in the air. This one could be trouble. And it will fall in front of the left fielder. That's McQuaid out there in left field. So Wegner will reach base safely. Good pinch hitting performance there by the freshman. Runner on first here with nobody out. That'll bring up another pinch hitter. So Wegner takes a big lead off of first base, and Norris delivers this one in for a strike. I believe this is Chris Emmett at the plate, freshman. Norris delivers the 0-1. This one is outside for a ball. It's now 1-1. So the 1-1 to the freshman is down low for a ball. It's now 2-1. Wegner getting a good lead off of first base. See if Norris tries to pick him off. And this one is in for a strike. It's a good pitch there by Norris. It's now 2-2. And the 2-2 from Norris. This one is low. Oh, that is called strike 3. Great pitch there by Norris. That'll be the first out of the inning. So it'll be a runner on first with Tyler Connell, sophomore, heading to the plate. I believe he's hitting for Paul Nemmergut, the leadoff hitter. This is in for a strike. Count now 0-1 with 1 out here. And this is in for a strike as well. It's 0-2. So the sophomore falls behind 0-2. Tyler Norris looking for his second strikeout of the game. And this one is high, ball 1. It's now 1-2. I believe Coach Santawaso will put his starters back in the field in the top of the 5th. And this one is swung on and missed as Tyler Connell goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Colby Smith, who is 2 for 3 on the day with a walk. 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a home run. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time up as Wagner takes a big lead off of first. And this one is behind McNally for a ball, and Wagner will take second base easily. Count now 1-0 to the catcher. Smith leads tied for the lead now on his team with home runs. He has 6 on the year, tied with Anthony Brocato. And the 1-0. This one high and tight for another ball. It'll be 2-0. So Smith starts off ahead. Good hitter's count. And you better believe he'll be swinging out of his shoes on this one. Count now 3-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the 3-0 to Smith. And this one is belted deep to right center field. Forget about this one. Colby Smith with his 2nd home run on the day. This one crushed to right center field. Not a chance for Sal Zampiri. And Rutgers Prep pads their lead 14-1. Now Smith again, the only team leader in home runs with 7 on the season. As Brocato has 6, Malcolm Kelsey has 5. Kelsey up with nobody on base. And this one is fouled off for a strike. Count now 0-1. Kelsey has a hit on the day. He also has a walk and a run scored. Scorched one up the middle. Last time up. As we said, Kelsey, great opposite field power. Just like we saw from Colby Smith, this one is up for high for a ball. Count now 1-1. Tyler Norris still on the mound for the Crusaders, and this one is in for a strike. Count now 1-2. Let's be a little bit careful here. We've seen what Malcolm Kelsey can do with 2 strikes. And the 1-2, and this one is fouled back, so we'll do it again. Kelsey 1 for 2 on the day, looking to add to his team-leading batting average of .524, which is not a lie. And the 1-2 from Norris. This one is high, ball 2. Count now 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Rutgers Prep padding their lead now 14-1 over Wildwood Catholic High School, the 12 seed in this bracket, as the 2-2 is swung on, and you can forget about this one. Malcolm Kelsey joins the home run brigade. That's his 6th on the year, and it looks like his team might be giving him the silent treatment. I don't see any cheering from his teammates, unless they're just so bored of hitting home runs. Kelsey adds to this lead, 15-1 now the score. Rutgers Prep ahead of Wildwood Catholic, and it does look like they're giving him the silent treatment, as Kelsey doesn't have the nicest words to say to his teammates. Great swing by Malcolm Kelsey. Put one into the woods in right center field. Here's Spencer Diggins. He'll take this one high for a ball. Count 1-0. Diggins is 3 for 4 on the day. He's 3 for 3 on the day. A couple of singles and a double. Every ball was scorched. 1-0 is in for a strike. Count now 1-1. Well, tough outing for Tyler Norris, but you got to love the way that he's battled throughout these 4 innings here at not really the most ideal field for a pitcher, as this one is in for a strike. The count now 1-2 to Spencer Diggins. But we've seen 5 home runs now from the Rutgers Prep side, 2 from Smith, 2 from Brocato, and 1 from Kelsey. And the 1-2 is up high for a ball. It's 2-2. And also 1 from Kevin Laffey, the third baseman for the Crusaders. 15-1 is the score. 2-2 pitch, and this one is in for a strike. Strike 3. Spencer Diggins goes down looking, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Rutgers Prep heads onto the field for the top of the 5th with a chance to wrap this one up in the non-public B South Division NJSI AA tournament. We'll be back with 5th inning action right after this. Back now, the top of the 5th inning for Rutgers Prep. PJ Strahm 3 outs away from advancing his team to the 2nd round of the NJSI AA non-public South B bracket, where they would go on to play Modern Day on Tuesday. Strahm doing a great job so far, keeping the Wildwood Catholic hitters at bay. Gave up a home run in the 1st inning, and since that, I don't believe he's given up another hit. So just a fantastic job by Strahm, showing some great command and some great composure. Decided to go from the stretch as Chris Mayer steps to the plate for the Crusaders. This one is in for a ball, 1-0. This one grounded towards first. Great job by Kelsey. And some PFP action as PJ Strahm gets over in time to retire Mayer for the 1st out of the inning. Good range there by Malcolm Kelsey. Helped out a little bit by that artificial turf infield. Let the ball come to him a little bit. Great job by Strahm to get over for the 1st out. That'll bring up the catcher, Harry McNally. McNally is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Doing a pretty decent job behind the plate, blocking these pitches from Tyler Norris as this one is fouled up. It'll be 0-1. Good job by Strahm. Filling up the strike zone to start these hitters off. That'd be McNally, Kevin McQuaid, and Jackson Rogers here in the top of the 5th. This one in for a strike. Count now 0-2. Strahm, the 0-2. And that's in for a strike. Great location on the outside corner. Rung him up with a fastball. It's the 2nd out of the inning. And just like that, Rutgers Prep is 1 out away from advancing to the 2nd round of the tournament. That'll bring up Kevin McQuaid, the left fielder, for this Wildwood Catholic squad. Only his 2nd at bat. He lined out to Van Romer his 1st time up. And the first pitch from Strahm is in for a ball. Count now 1-0. So in a game where we saw a 15-minute rain delay that was immediately followed by a home run from Colby Smith, as this one is swung on a miss for a strike, 1-1. In a game that saw 6 home runs total, 5 from Rutgers Prep, you can say it was a bit of an offensive showing for Rutgers Prep. And this one is in for a ball, now 2-1. And if we take a quick peek at the latest scores for Rutgers Prep, you can see that they've scored 6, 5, 7, and 18. So they are on a roll offensively. This one is down low for a ball. The count now 3-1 to Kevin McQuaid. As we said, it is the right time to get hot here, entering their first tournament appearance, and this one is popped up high in the air, and this should do it. Back on it is Van Romer. Calling him off is Spencer Diggins, and that'll do it as Rutgers Prep defeats Wildwood Catholic High School 15-1 by way of the 10-run rule here in the 1st round of the non-public South B bracket of the NJSI AA tournament. 5 home runs, 2 home runs from Anthony Brocato, 2 home runs from Colby Smith, 1 from Malcolm Kelsey, a 3-for-4 day by Spencer Diggins, and a great job on the mound by PJ Strahm, who only gave up 1 hit. So this Rutgers Prep team, an offensive juggernaut, is really clicking on all cylinders at the right time. For everybody here at Rutgers Prep, I want to thank Dr. Loy, who's been so incredibly accommodating. I want to thank Keith Benslin, who's been extremely helpful, Coach Sanawaso, Mary Klinger. For Derek Raymond and Manoj Agarwal, I'm Tom Monfiletto, and you've been watching GameView's presentation of Rutgers Prep Baseball.